Welcome to this first video of the mini course. This video represents the H exercise, human energy and vitality in your workspace. This exercise is very special to me because you can use it in two ways. You can use it for the objective, creating vitality in your workspace, energy, getting people out of their daily routines, provide them an experience that is really extraordinary and it resonates for the rest of the day or maybe the week or the months to follow. And also brings a lot of positivity. On the other hand, you can also use it for a more in-depth reflection and really illuminate the limiting beliefs that people might have and how it works for them, and based on that connect with the others in the group. That part I will leave for the next video, the O video. Now I really focus on the objective to unlock human energy and vitality in the workspace. Another great element of what this exercise does is that it also creates new neuron paths in your brain. It's actually scientifically proven that when you move and when you jump or do exercises, your brain will get a massage, so to speak, and you will come up with new ideas, or you look the challenge you might have from a different perspective, which can be a huge relief and determine maybe your whole project or your performance at the moment of time. So, some practicalities before I get into the reflection already. Some practicalities are that make sure that you have an open space, so you remove the tables and the chairs that might be there, so people can really move around. This exercise is based on working in pairs and duos. If there's an odd number, simply join, so you can make sure that everyone has an experience and nobody's left behind. And if you're with a big group, for example, more than 40 people, I would really suggest that you use a microphone and maybe a big projector. I had it once when I provided these sessions in an event with 500 people, but it really helped because people need to see what you're doing so they can follow up your instructions and make things go way more smooth. This exercise is very special for me. A lot of practitioners that applied it in their work context, they're really thrilled by it because it's so simple to do and there's so much to harvest. And that's why I chose to provide you this exercise to apply it in your own work practice and context. Next, you can see how I facilitate this exercise, the colliding brains. I hope it's clear for you and you can work with it. Enjoy. Okay, so for this exercise, I will actually join. This exercise is called the colliding brains. No worries, no surgeries here. We're all still alive. And this exercise is really impactful to actually experience that there is such thing as a divided brain, that we have different parts in our brain that have different functions. And to keep it really simplistic, often people say there's such thing as an analytical part and a part that is more for your empathy, social skills, abilities. Some are still arguing if that's true or not, but I did quite some research and I do believe that it's true. Those two are also really interconnected. But when you often, for example, in a stress moment, then you really think from your left brain, like, what can I do to get from A to B as soon as possible? And you forget to be really present and to see maybe what's already there. Maybe when you open the refrigerator, you're in a hurry, where's the milk? And you don't see it because you're stressed. Well, this is just a really simplistic example of that this is really what happens in your brain. And it has a lot of good functionalities, but the right side of the brain has a lot of good functionalities too. And let's talk about that after this exercise a little bit more. So if you would like to pair up, well, in twos, of course, and choose someone that you have never met before, just today, to keep it a little bit exciting. So what we'll be doing is that we will count to 3 together. Okay. What will happen is that I say 1, you will say 2, and I will say 3, and then we start all over again. Okay. That's it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So you cooperate together and then I will move up with Dejan. Yeah, cool. Go. 2,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1.
2. If it goes easy, speed it up, speed it up. Challenge yourself, don't play safe.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Before we go into some reflection, let's take another step. The 1 will be replaced for a clap. And that is not in each other's face, but in the hands. So, and then the 2 remains and the 3 remains. So,
2,
3, 2,
3, 2,
3, 2,
3, 2.
3. Awesome. Okay, go for it.
Wauw.
Nou, je hebt al geoefend. Ja.
2.
Okay, the 2 will be replaced for a little jump, and the rest remains.
Okay.
Are you? If somebody has, some physical problems, let me know, and otherwise just do this.
Okay.
3,
3,
3.
3,
3.
3.
Very good. Nice. Okay, go for it.
3.
3,
3.
2.
3.
1, 2.
Woo. Now the 3 will be replaced, and again, if you feel some physical issues, then make it your own thing, with a wiggle. Something we do every day.
Yeah.
Very good. Salsa in the house. Okay, very nice. Okay, go for it. Doing is the best way of thinking with this exercise, so try to leap into it. Okay, until here. Yes, great, high five. So now go back in your couples and just talk about it really briefly, back and forth. You don't have to agree, just your experience, what you experienced in this exercise. Yeah.
Er kwam een soort flow, hè?
Ja, je hoeft bijna niet meer na te denken.
In één keer kwam ik in een soort flow. Ja, bizar. Toen begon ik na te denken en toen ging ik...
Ja.
Ja, hè? En toen ging er een soort gedachte op en die gedachte zat mij toen in de exercise.
So, how did you, what were the, to harvest a little bit, what did you experience during this exercise?
No collision.
No collision? Okay.
When you start thinking, then you're off.
Yeah.
So if you have the numbers or you move, they are okay, but the 2 in the middle, they are confusing.
Yeah.
Because then you have and to move and to count, then
Yeah.
I found the first one and the last one.
Yeah.
So as soon as you start thinking about what you're doing, you're off.
You're off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
While
Just
evaluating, we thought maybe if you're counting, you could do it with your eyes closed, because then you can imagine it's all in your own head.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I felt like we were counting like we were one.
Ja.
Yeah. I felt the true connection. I
Wow,
didn't-
nice.
Yeah. I heard the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You're like a
Yeah.
sequence of...
Yeah.
Wow, nice. I hope these instructions actually help you and encourage you to apply it today in your work practice. Please, this is not a blueprint. Do it in your own style and way. And I will explain a little bit more now about some challenges that might pop up and how you can move beyond them. Well, first of all, there were 4 steps in this video, right? We were practicing the counting, 1, 2, 3. Then we integrated the clap, then we integrated the jump, and then a wiggle. Well, if you want, and you're maybe a little bit more advanced, of course, you can always shift what people are doing. You do not literally have to do a clap or a wiggle. If you feel really insecure about the wiggle, because sometimes I know practitioners might be a little bit biased and think, oh, nobody will do this, the wiggle is a little bit crazy. You will be surprised that it's not that case. Anyhow, if you really feel too uncomfortable, then think of another gesture that you can think of. Use your creativity as long as you apply this exercise. A second challenge is that to have a clear objective at the beginning of the exercise. This counts for every single exercise you will provide, by the way. People always want to know, or most people always want to know, what's going on. You can divide it in two groups of people. There's one group that always wants to know in advance what's going on, what will they gain out of the session, what can they expect, etc. And there's like the other group that doesn't really care and likes to jump into the new experience. So it's up to you to embrace that and to talk to both audiences, right? There's no wrong and right about being either this audience or that audience, but you need to make sure that everyone feels involved and you trigger them. So what you can do best is to have one clear objective before you start the exercise. And I know there's many layers underneath, and you can go, you can facilitate this exercise and it will last for 2 hours or more even. But just be clear with one objective. So, and don't carry away from the start. So for example, you can say, with this exercise, we gain a lot of energy. Or with this exercise, we get out of the patterns of the day. Or with this exercise, we will connect with ourselves. Whatever suits you and is true, of course, which you can really make true, please mention that in the beginning of the exercise. And make it like one sentence, not 10,000 things. Another thing is that you might feel some resistance when people are, listening to you, and some might be skeptic, other might have some judgments, and the other person might be fearful because this is something new. Sometimes you do not know why you feel anxious. It's just there, the sensation. And again, this is not about you, right? Or again, it is not about you. If those people are having those sentiments, embrace that. It's not something you have to remove or have to fight to. What you can do, if you feel there's some people that feel a little bit anxious, what really helps is to invite them to have an open mind. That's the only thing you can do. This is a experiential learning experience, and only if you have an open mind and try to move beyond your judgments, you can really embrace the learnings. So it's all about perception. If I look that way right now, outside in my case, this is the only thing I see, and this is my reality. So if those people only see you as being an irritating person and I know this exercise is already, etc., they will not really be present and gain anything out of it. So this is something you could do. Another thing you could do is like, who feels out of their comfort zone, and raise your hand. So you can see some people raise their hand, and then it's out there. People feel out of their comfort zone, a little bit anxious. Maybe you yourself as a practitioner as well, because this is your first time. Be honest, and based on that you will see it's already out of your system and new things can arise from that. I don't want to make you paranoid. Often I don't need to use all these kind of power questions, so to speak. But just in case, if you feel yourself a little bit anxious, make sure you have those power questions there so you feel you can connect based on feeling uncomfortable. Which is something very beautiful and gives the session more depth. Another challenge could be, things like practical things. There's not enough space. Sometimes people find it really difficult to focus on this exercise when they have someone next to them that's also clapping and cheering. Then make sure that people can really choose their space themselves. Maybe they will stand in the corner just to really focus on the exercise. That's all fine. Make sure that they have this freedom to do that. So these were the main challenges and how to overcome them. I hope they will help you. I wish you all the luck, and if you want to have a more in-depth experience, I would suggest to stay tuned and watch the next video.